Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Gayatri.
Hi, this is Amisha, and welcome back to our brand new episode. And today we are going to talk about adulthood.
Adulting 101.
Just how adulthood has been for us. We have not been adults for too long, but long enough to know that it sucks some days, but it's also good on some days. So we want to talk about that. We want to discuss how we feel, how we are feeling.
Yeah, I think lately, like I mentioned about Ed Sheeran's music to you, right? I think because I've listened to his songs ever since I was in ninth or 10th, and now he released an album where he talked a lot about the end of youth. And he described end of youth as something when your life is taken over by grief and pain so much that the inner child that is happy without reason, it's not the same anymore. Like छोटी छोटी
Yeah.
चीज़ों पे खुशी का realization भी ना होना, and just the fact just
Hmm.
being happy without no reason like little children, that's so
Yeah.
end of youth and adulthood for him. Is that, like he mentioned, it does not come with age, but again it comes with the kind
Yeah.
of cards you deal with in life. And
Yeah. The pain and
yeah,
grief you experience. Yeah.
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
true. That is so
that is
true.
very true. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I read this somewhere as well that you need to push yourself in your early 20s. You need to push yourself to do uncomfortable things so that you do not become a 30-year-old with a mind of a 15-year-old.
That is true. So, Misha, adulting, you are a fully grown woman, I would say. You are a complete adult. दुनिया के किसी भी कोने
Hmm.
में तुझे बच्चा कंसिडर नहीं करने वाले अब, ठीक है? So,
Yes.
how has life been for you so far? As a child, as a teenager, and now as a young adult?
Okay, I'm still not ready for this question.
हाँ,
But how has life been for me so far? I think it has been adventurous.
adventurous. Like the waves of a heartbeat. ऊपर नीचे.
Yeah. Yes, it has been adventurous. There have been a lot of good days and a lot of bad days and a lot of neutral days, okay days. So, yeah, we are living, we are surviving through all of that. In the end, I think I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, so much to be grateful for. Like your friends, like me.
Of course, Gayatri.
Sorry. अच्छा हाँ, तो आई वाज सेइंग कि ऐसे ना अभी जब से एडल्टहुड में ज़्यादा रियलाइज़ होना स्टार्ट होता है हाउ समटाइम्स यू फील लाइफ इज़ पासिंग यू बाय एंड everything is just happening and you are kind of just witnessing it. Sometimes it could feel like that, you know, when you want
Yeah.
to take a back seat and maybe relax, but then at the same time you want to keep going, and that's when you feel that the
Hmm.
days are so long and years are so short. And
Yeah.
just navigating life as an adult, friendships, relationships, health, prioritizing everything in general, is it's when it's shit is getting real for everyone now.
Yeah, that's true, very true. It's a very complicated age, I
It
feel. I
is,
mean,
it is
23 or like basically
early
early to
20s.
mid
Yeah,
20s,
yeah,
they can be a little complicated because you want to be serious in your careers, but at the same time, you feel like you're still young
yeah,
to live your
yeah.
life, but sometimes you just cannot find that balance. Okay, I want to live my life, but I also want to do something about my
And also
career.
fall in love and break hearts and
Exactly. Like इतना कुछ है करने को. I follow this one singer, and this one day she had posted this story. ठीक है. She was like, क्या क्या एक्सपेक्ट करते हो तुम हमसे? हम जिम भी जाए, हम अच्छा भी खाए, अपने फ्रेंड से भी मिले, अपने फैमिलीज को भी कॉल करें, अपने पेरेंट्स को कॉल करें, अपना करियर भी बनाए, हम हेल्दी भी रहे. वी ऑल्सो हैव टू फॉलो इन लव, वी ऑल्सो हैव टू मैनेज आवर relationships. And she went on and on. I'm like, oh my god, there's actually so much to do, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming. I think this is the prime age when all of this happens. है ना, कि सब कुछ एक साथ हो रहा था, बिकॉज आई फील कि बाय द एंड ऑफ योर 20s मोस्ट पीपल यू नो दे फाइंड दैट स्टेबिलिटी, मैनी पीपल डू नॉट, बट आई थिंक जितना आई हैव सीन पीपल डू फाइंड दैट स्टेबिलिटी इन लाइफ, बट yeah, this is a very overwhelming age.
It is very overwhelming. Your families, they're all getting older, and you don't know like how to take care of yourself and them at the same time when everything else is just
Yeah,
so much going around. So,
exactly. You've just started to learn how to take care of
yeah,
yourself, and now you have to take care of your parents
yeah,
and your job
mm,
and your love life. Okay.
yeah. That's really heavy. What is your last childhood memory? Like, can you think of like a childhood, like you know how they say that Sham ko jab we used to go out and play. Like there was
Hmm.
one day when we went out and played, and we didn't know that it was gonna be the last day of our childhood park
Yeah.
में जाने
Yeah.
वाला session, है ना?
Oh my
It's so
God. Yeah.
nostalgic. But मैं जाती थी बाहर
I
से साइकिल
know.
चलाने या पार्क में क्रिकेट
Hmm.
खेलने या कुछ भी. Like everybody did that, right?
Yeah. 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 That's okay. That would sound really weird, but I think last time I remember doing all of that was probably before
Yeah,
14.
yeah. हाँ हाँ 14 टीनेज
उस
ईयर्स तो यार बहुत मेस्ड अप होते हैं. वो तो
या
उसको तो चाइल्डहुड नहीं, वो तो अडोलेसेंस भी तो एक बहुत ही बुरा चैप्टर है, ठीक है.
ये तो है ये. Like I can't remember having a lot of fun. I don't know, like I haven't like partied in a long time. I haven't. I mean, of course, parties are not the definition of fun, but I'm just trying to say कि I cannot remember the last time I was around so many people and I was having a lot of fun. I was
Drinking.
yeah, probably in McLeodganj. Yeah, probably in McLeodganj when it's still fun to be around those people and have dinners with them. That is fun. I mean, that is probably the adult version of having fun. But I can't remember the last time I went partying or
भाई है ना
did
कि
any of
थोड़ा
that.
एडल्टिंग के साथ साथ लाइक योर डेफिनेशन ऑफ फन ऑल्सो चेंजेस. लाइक अर्ली
Yeah,
teens में you wanna party so much you could go every
yeah,
weekend, you could go party, and as an adult you
yeah,
just wanna like have mellow nights and then party once in a while, but have mostly mellow nights where you're doing something
yeah.
really cute and nice and relaxing, I guess.
You know, I just realized we sound like 30-year-olds because mostly people जो थोड़े और बड़े हो जाते हैं, that's when they realize these things कि oh now we want to just have mellow nights
Or
or
maybe
just
we are old
stay in.
souls, I don't know.
Could
हाँ,
be,
I
yeah.
don't think वैसे I'm completely an old soul. I think I'm a balance of both.
I feel like there are still days where I do seek my inner child and do fun things like, you know, at home. But I do seek that inner child on some days because this is also something that I read. When you have not lived your childhood to your fullest, when you had to grow up as a child or as a teenager emotionally, your childhood behaviors can be seen as an adult, they can come out as an adult.
These days, so people are doing a lot of like inner child work and inner child healing
Hmm.
and like just trying to be in touch with your inner child. So I think just
Yeah.
being an adult right now is all about just taking care of that kid also and being there for yourself,
Yeah.
maybe in a
Yeah.
way when no one else was, or maybe as somebody you needed as a child apart from your parents, obviously. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I've recently been exploring a lot about childhood traumas and how they show up in your adult ages and how they show up when you grow up
Show
and
up when you grow up.
basically in your relationships or your careers or just in your day-to-day life. So I've been exploring a lot of that recently in therapy as well.
Yeah. I also think that in the previous generations, people used to get married in early 20s. So much shit is going on in your life at that point of time. You don't actually, honestly, you're not even old enough to understand that shit's about to get real. Like, you have to explore yourself, you don't
Yeah.
even know yourself. And then you end up getting married and you go and try to live with another person who is also trying to figure out their life. And it's so messed up because, like, because you did not grow fully. And okay, I understand that some people
Yeah.
can grow together, can mature together, but थोड़ी
Yeah.
अंडरस्टैंडिंग तो एक अपने होनी चाहिए ना कि what you stand for, what are your values, what you
Yeah.
believe in, what you don't believe in. I just feel like that is required, and we should just
Yeah.
use our, like, at least early 20s, at least in my perspective, to just innovate ourselves more, you know, like self
Yeah.
innovation and trying to just better ourselves. I mean, obviously that it's not like one rule applies to everyone, but
Hmm. I think that is changing. I think people these days are more focused on improving their lives, their careers, than getting married. Many people, like I know that my age or our age are have not been married yet. Even I like know many people who are in their late 20s or early 30s who have not been married yet, right? And it is changing. The whole idea around marriage is changing, and people now realize that marriage is not everything. You know, it's not the end goal, it's not the thing, it's not something that you have to do. It's okay if you don't get married, if it's okay if you get married late, it's also okay if you get married early. It's just, it's your life now. You know better how you want to deal with it, right? And I think people are realizing this more and more now. But I think people from older generations, people from our parents' generation, I think many of them are still of the belief that you should get married, right? So, like my parents or my relatives, they are to like adamant that I should get married in 1-2 years, and I'm like, पागल हो गए हो क्या?
yeah.
Like, look at me, look at me. I have so much growing up to do, right? And I mean, I mean, how do you even, I cannot even imagine living a life with somebody else right now, like living with somebody or sharing a life with somebody, when I can, I have trouble even living my life right now. So how can I, you get what I mean, right? I'm not even able to put it into words that उतने उम्र हमारी हुई नहीं है, उम्र भी छोड़ो, इट्स नॉट अबाउट एज,
अभी तो नाजुक
उतने
कली
हम
है अभी.
इमोशनली, एग्जैक्टली हम इतने इमोशनली और मेंटली उतने मैच्योर अभी हुए नहीं है कि हम किसी और के साथ अपनी लाइफ शेयर करने लग जाए, बिकॉज इट टेक्स लॉट ऑफ वर्क एज वेल. जितना आई सीन मैरिज टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क, ठीक है, एंड आई नीड टू put all of that work first into myself, and then I will take out some energy for
Of
my
course.
marriage 10 years later.
Precisely. वही, yeah.
Yeah.
I think now at least we have a say in all of these things, unlike things being imposed on you
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, like many of the parents or many people even had kids at our age. It's so crazy, you
Yeah,
know. It's
it's
crazy
crazy.
to be responsible for another human being at 23. I can't imagine. I can't even imagine taking care of a pet right now. Like,
Yeah.
पता है, रिश्ते रिश्ते ढूंढे जा रहे हैं मेरे लिए.
फोटोज भेजेंगे फिर देखो. आई थिंक दैट इससे पूरे एडल्टहुड में, लाइक ऑल ऑफ योर क्लोज फ्रेंड्स आर ऑल्सो इधर उधर, एंड the people, like, you know, it's not necessary that all of your close friends will be around you. You'll have some people
Yeah.
obviously around you, but like even your closest friends would be there, and just trying to maintain that and walking into adulthood and just having people through adulthood, just navigating adulthood with your friends, it's also something that is
Yeah.
important and makes it
Yeah,
bearable.
I feel, yeah, and I also feel कि इसी age में you lose a lot of friends as well, because I think it's inevitable, right? You have to focus on your careers. Many people even move out of the country, and you have your life to figure out, and most of the times you just fail to stay in touch, and it's nobody's fault. इस age में I think it's fine, होता है ये सब. बट या आई फील कि ये कुछ ही साल है. आई थिंक ये 4-5 years होते हैं स्टार्टिंग के. वंस यू गेट आउट ऑफ कॉलेज, लाइक आफ्टर 21, फ्रॉम 22 to 27, आई फील दीज आर द primitive years of your 20s, when everything is going on at once. Your mental health is failing, your relationships are failing. Good for people जिनके relationships are thriving, but uh, your relationships are failing, your careers are, you're figuring out your careers. Many people don't even know कि उनको करना क्या है अपनी life में yet, right? So you need to figure that
Yeah.
out. You also have to be adult and be responsible and pay your rent. Most of the time people living away from the parents, you have to figure out, you have to focus on your health as well, because you know कि health तो age by age तुम्हारी खराब ही हो रही है, right? So you need to take care of that. You need to take care of your skin. Your hair fall इतना हो रहा है
बाल
and
सफेद हो रहे हैं.
oh my god, गायत्री, बाल सफेद हो रहे हैं and there's just so much going on.
And you know how you remember when you used to be a teenager? Like मेरे साथ ऐसा होता था when I was a teenager. I would look at people who were 24, 25 and think, oh my god, they're so old. They have their life figured out. They are
Yeah,
living the life. And now that I am
yeah,
at that age, I'm like, dude, sorry. Please give us a second. We need a minute to breathe. But like I say,
yeah,
adulting say like a lot of confidence also comes now because you've done so much and you've been around
yeah,
in such different situations. So the
yeah.
confidence is also a beautiful thing, I think.
Yeah, yeah. You do feel proud of yourself as well
Exactly.
sometimes. Like I've been living in McLeodganj for quite some
Yeah.
time. So वहाँ पे you have to wash your own clothes, you have to buy groceries as
Yeah.
well, you have to clean your own room. So when I'm doing all of that, I feel proud, even though it's very tiring. But still, I feel proud that okay, I'm doing that. I have to pay my rent as well. I have to do that. So it's a proud feeling that yes, I am capable of doing
Yeah,
that,
I can like take care of
right?
myself.
Yeah, so when I fall sick as well, because I fall sick very easily, so whenever I'm sick, I take care of myself. But I'm still also like glad to have such amazing people around who are there for me when I need them, right, in McLeodganj. But still, it's a nice feeling.
Exactly.
And I've also realized that living away from home is also a great way to be emotionally mature.
Emotionally mature.
Even if you're away from home for a couple of months, I feel you learn so much about yourself, about other people, about just life in general, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this, people, and if you want an advice, it would be that travel. I think chalo, staying away from home might be a stretch for you, but travel, I think travel alone, that would be my
Yeah.
advice.
आई थिंक अमीशा हर दूसरे तीसरे पॉडकास्ट में ट्रैवल अलोन वाला एडवाइस तो देती ही है. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, with adulthood, it's like as when you are children, when you are in school or college, your closest group, your closest friends, they're living with you. You're living life with them. You are doing things with them. Once you go into adulthood
Yeah.
and you start working and focusing on other things, it's like you just listen to the things that are happening in their life. It's like you're not really a part of it anymore, and it's a strange
Yeah.
feeling, you know, to be,
It is.
yeah, like not being able to actually be
Yeah.
there and see their everyday growth and things, and just meeting after
Yeah.
months and months and years even, and sometimes like just
Yeah.
meeting on even just birthdays and things like that, just few important days, and it's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. But I honestly, to be honest, like when I was 20, 21 something, I thought ki when I'm older and when I see people like my friends or people I know around me do better things in life, I might feel jealous. I might feel bad about myself. But when it comes to my friends or people I know or have been friends with, I feel really proud seeing them now because I know all of them and I know how hard they must have worked to get to where they are. And I feel really, it's like part of me feels really
Yeah,
happy.
because somewhere you are also a part of their journey, you know?
Probably.
Like,
I
just
don't
like,
know.
and maybe just like in support ways or just friendship. I don't know. Huh? Maybe.
Yeah.
A little. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, okay, let me ask you something. What is the most difficult part of adulting for you right now?
I think the most difficult part of adulting would be, I don't know, the whole thing.
That's true. Like for me, it is career.
Okay.
आई फील कि बाकी सब तो होता रहेगा, चलो,
हाँ,
बट आई फील करियर इज थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट. करियर इज समथिंग दैट आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विद
like
राइट
I
नाउ.
think second best तो career ही है सबके लिए.
ये तो है.
Because you know, with friends and a few of your family members, you always have that safe space ki you can rely on them, you can be dependent on them. Like if even if things are
या.
good or bad, you know a few people you can always count on. That's
या.
there. But with your work life, it's like it's not as stable or it's not as assuring
या.
right now.
या.
Huh.
एग्जैक्टली. आई मीन करियर के मामले में आई थिंक आई हैव मेड अ लॉट ऑफ गुड एंड बैड
Hmm.
डिसीजंस. Right, I feel like there are certain things which I could have handled
Hmm.
better when it comes to career,
Hmm.
but I am at a point in my life right now where I truly have put my faith on the fact that everything happens for a
Yeah.
reason, right? And I do not feel, I mean, if I look back at my decisions, if I look back at my career or my growth, I do not feel, I do not regret my decisions anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I might have made a decision in a haste, and us point pe that decision might have been wrong, but there's a reason that happened, so I'm going to let go of it and I'm going to focus on what is happening
Right
right now.
now.
And sometimes believing that is tough when things are going wrong, when you're not earning money that day, but still I feel ki it's still progress. It's not actually about career as well. I think it's about we are in we're not in a position where we can just throw away our careers and focus on what makes us happy, and that's it.
I think that wouldn't be an issue necessarily. That would be something that is like a priority and it's important and we want to give it a lot of focus and we are spending a lot
Yeah.
of time trying to navigate that. Like how we started this podcast, even, right? We always wanted to start something and we just we
Yeah.
just decided to give ourselves a chance.
Yeah, and it is also about money, honestly. Money is a factor, right? And we are at an age where we are responsible for certain things. We are responsible for our families as well. We are responsible to take care of our families and we have to take care of our homes. So, हमारे लिए है important कि we earn money. So, sometimes that can be tough. That thing ki okay, I do not have time to figure out my shit anymore, you know. It feels like that sometimes ki I want to pursue art, but do I have time to figure that out? Ki do I have time to give everything up and just focus on my art? Right, I tried doing that for a month, but then my mental health went to shit because I was constantly thinking about oh, I'm just making art, I'm not earning money, and that really fucked me up. So I was like, okay, I need to do something else now to earn
Yeah.
money. So it's very
It
complicated.
you start thinking something and then you realize, oh shit, I have to be practical. Like I
Yeah.
can't. This is beautiful and everything's nice that I'm doing, but
Yeah.
okay, one day you can survive, 2 days, 3 days. After a month, you're like, okay, I kind of need to eat.
Yes, I kind of need a roof over my head.
I kind of need electricity.
Oh god. Yeah, that's so true.
Like but the fact that you and I and a lot of people that we know, we are trying to make that money, yet we are focusing on things that we love, and I think that
Yeah.
will eventually grow, that will lead to somewhere. Yeah, and that is important.
Yeah.
And that is important.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I feel like ki I'm not doing a job right now. I'm not working 9 to 5 right now, right? And even though there are days when I do not make as much money as I was when I was working in a job, but I feel happier.
Yeah, and lighter.
And on days, I want to prioritize that. I want to prioritize my happiness because I feel like बहुत time मैंने अपना waste कर दिया है
Not being
on
happy.
not being happy, right? And life is short. I don't want to spend my life working for somebody else, making money for somebody else, and crying and cripping every
Yeah.
day. I want to do something that I love, but I also want to be practical about it because I also want money. So finding that balance is tough, but I think I'm eventually getting there.
Yeah,
I'm eventually trying to figure that out
yeah,
because I trust myself enough to know ki if I keep working hard
yeah,
enough, I
you
will
will.
get
Yeah,
there.
and you are. I think I think that navigating adulthood is difficult not just for us but for everyone. But as long as we just keep talking about it, throwing things out of our head, right?
Yeah.
I think we got this, and we'll be better, good adults. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, just trying to live also and trying to be happy and enjoy the little things, going here and there and
Yeah.
just being free as well, right? Knowing that you are more than your work, you know,
Yeah.
that work
Yeah.
is also just a part of you, a little part of your life,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
just how everything is, and not trying to let you just feel too overwhelmed because of it or too burdened. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I think life is too short to not focus on things that make you happy, to not do that one thing that you've been waiting to do, to not travel or to not be with your friends or family. It's too short. And even if it's not too short, even if you think that you'll die at 100, you still deserve to be happy every day. You still deserve to do things that make you happy. Because this is why we are alive now. We are not alive to make money. We are not, I mean, it is a necessity. But in the end, you won't feel like you've led a happy life if you don't do the things that make you happy.
Don't feel completely qualified to give advice on this, but okay.
Of
I mean,
course,
I
I
don't
mean,
think we're giving out
uh,
advice. It. We're talking about it
yeah,
with each other.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think just like final stuff, like, there are so many things that as a child, as a teenager, you're not able to do because you don't have the resources, you don't have the money, you have to study,
Hmm.
you have your exams. At least in these early 20s, we are able to do so much, and so many of the things that we always thought we'd want to do. And just how we thought about how as teenagers we want to do these things, and now in early 20s we were able to
Yeah,
do those. Now we're thinking of bigger
yeah.
things, right? Feeling very
Hmm.
scared whether we'll be able to do it or not. But then again, in the second half
Yeah,
of our 20s, we will be able to get there, and goals change. Like, what you want
yeah,
in life changes all the time.
yeah,
And accordingly, we'll still figure out, and we'll still continue to make ourselves happy and proud and experience nice, cute, beautiful little things and big things and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Cute. And please don't be too hard on yourself.
We're just talking to each other here.
Yes, Gayatri, don't be too hard on yourself. Yes. All right, then. I think this is it for this episode. We hope you like it,
Yes.
and we'll see you in the next one.
Yes. Happy adulting, everyone. Here's to adulting. Bye bye.
Bye.